Karan Taurani with us to talk about the numbers. And Karan, what is it that you're expecting from the headline numbers for Zee Entertainment?
So I think it's going to be a slightly muted quarter, versus the last 3-4 quarters of what they've delivered. And the primary reason for this little bit of lower growth would be implementation of the NTO, the National Tariff Order, which has come in. That's going to have a big negative impact on your subscription revenue and also the advertising revenue. So in terms of the headline numbers, if you see, we are expecting the ad revenue to grow by about 10 to 12% odd. The subscription number could be around, again 13 to 14% kind of growth rate. So you could see an overall revenue growth of, about low double-digit kind of a range.
Okay. Let's also understand what the outlook is when it comes to the commentary, because I think the strategic stake sale, as well as, of course, their digital ventures, etc., would be on the minds of the market. What would you want to hear?
So we would really like to hear, some kind of output of what is happening on the stake sale, because I think it's been long delayed now. It's almost 8 months that, they announced in the markets that, they would be looking out for a partner, and nothing substantial has come out, from their end in terms of, on the name of the partner or any kind of details for that purpose. I think, it's actually already started to have a big negative impact on the valuation multiple, currently of Zee. Because a lot of uncertainty is factored into as to who the partner will be, what the terms exactly will be. So I think, the management last when they came on media openly said that 2 weeks ago that they'll take around 4 to 6 weeks to transition the deal. My guess is, anything probably before end of June, if something happens and fructifies, it will be slightly fair. But if it delays beyond that, then I think definitely it'll have a further negative impact on the valuations of the Zee TV right now.
And margins, you think, will be flat this time around? What is the outlook on your margin trajectory?
So margin, we are expecting around a 70 bp decline on a YOY basis. Primarily the reason for that is also, the investments into ZEE5, the launch of new content which is there, and also investment into the TV based content. So digital, as you know, is very expensive in terms of nature versus the TV content. The cost of making a half-an-hour web series is almost 3 to 4x versus the cost of making a similar thing on TV. So I think that's going to have some kind of negative standing on the margin. Last quarter around, this negative impact on margin was offset because of better subscription revenue growth. But this time around, because of the NTO implementation, because of the delay on the ground, even the subscription revenue growth is going to be slightly muted. So that's going to have a negative standing on the margin.
What's the verdict on Zee Entertainment, given that we're going in with tempered expectations? The stock has definitely been on a roller coaster ride. What is your target price?
So the target price currently which we have on Zee is a price of 490 rupees. Our multiple is pegged at about 23 times PE 1 year forward. And currently in terms of multiple, if you see, I think, they are already trading at almost 35-40% lower than our target multiple, and that's primarily, as I told you, the delay on the deal which has happened. Further apart from this, there is also a scope of the multiple getting derated downwards because of the NTO order, because even Sun last week came out with numbers, and the numbers were disappointing. You're clearly seeing a big negative impact on the core subscription revenue growth for all the broadcasters, and this is not going to end in just about 1 to 2 months. I think there's still some more time that this will continue. So I think 2 quarters of pain is what we see, for the subscription growth, for the viewership trends, which in turn will also impact your advertising revenue growth. So I think the multiple derating could happen this quarter for Zee, given 2 things: the delay in the deal, and also this overhang on the subscription revenue front because of the NTO implementation.
Joining in, Karan, and giving us a view on the Zee Q4 numbers as well as your outlook on the stock. Going into the earnings, fairly tempered.